Hey guys, Huzzy here bringing you another video. Let's actually take these off for this because the reflection into the camera probably isn't very good. But this is a Q&A video, so I tend to do these like every 2 weeks or so nowadays. Maybe this has been 3 since the last one, I'm not really sure. But I like doing them because it's a connection to you guys, and I've always felt when I wasn't a YouTuber, I always had questions to ask somebody. And if you've got a question that you've always wanted to ask me and it's hard to get it answered, well, this is a really good way of doing it. So the 3 ways we're collecting them today: the Discord server, Twitter, and Snapchat. We're going to start on Discord because that's the most instantaneous one that I get questions. Then we'll probably go on Twitter. Then we'll probably go on Snapchat because that's usually the one that ramps up later. Which is right now, apparently. So let's begin. So again, we're going to try just go through them quite quick. We'll go for probably about half an hour. There should be ARAM footage or something in the background. I think I've got spare. Again, if I think the ARAM footage would have been about 25 minutes. If we go for half an hour, for the last 5 minutes, we'll just go to like full camera view. I think it just works the best way. So, we're just going to go through like rapid fire, really. Still trying to give really good answers, but try to get through as many as we can to not leave people out. We got one is, what direction do I see the game going with the new preseason changes? I'm going to be honest, and it's probably just going to be surprising to some people. I have not really looked at many of the preseason changes, like, apart from the ones that we covered in the video. So if there's any others that I haven't covered, then I don't know. But we've got they've already reverted the change that they were going to do when it comes to making the minion spawn 30 seconds quicker. They've got rid of that. Basically, through all the people... Basically, the LoL community said, not unanimously, because I actually thought it was quite cool, but the LoL community didn't like it. Because the LoL community likes engaging. Jungle pulls, it's going to be harder to do. It's going to be affecting people with slower PCs or, a toilet break or something. That's literally the words that they used. So they have reverted that, so it's not happening. We've got the tower changes, which again, if we're just going off that is going to very much slow down the lane phase. So what direction is the game going to go? Lane phase will become arguably more important to win your lane phase, not through stomping, but through denying. As in, you're not going to kill the tower really in the first 10 minutes, but if you can deny, the enemy AD carry half their farm, that's a bigger deal than killing the tower because you're not going to kill the tower. So, potentially that. Is it confirmed World Ranked is most definitely coming next year? No. Again, very soon we're going to be having a chat with Riot Stat Magic, the head of Ranked. We have said that we're going to sit down, have a chat, and the other day, or the last few weeks, we've been doing a QT to give questions to Riot devs. So this is going to be the first video in that series that I use your questions, ask Ed, get direct answers. And again, we're going to be doing it in interview fashion, so you will hear his voice in the video. I'll probably just have gameplay in the background and then just have the interview over the top. So that should be very interesting, and that is obviously something that we will get him to confirm what is happening, but from what I know, it's not happening unless you're on a server that's like a small server. So if you're on like OCE, Turkey, Russia, the small servers that aren't very good quality, that's where they're planning on testing it in Ranked in Split 1 next year. If you're on the main servers, so EU West, North America, etc., it's not coming, from what I know, at the beginning of the server, but if the tests are successful, it may come later. That's what I've been told, but we will confirm that with Ed when we have that chat in the next few days. Next thing is, how is the dating stuff going? It's not. I've put it on hold completely. So for a few reasons. One, I'm too busy. November, December is the busiest time for YouTuber streamers, and to add on like potentially finding someone, going out, doing that, I just don't have time. On top of that, with all my health problems, my teeth problems, I'm on painkillers now. I'm waiting to have surgery to remove my 4 wisdom teeth. It's just not practical. So I think what I'm planning on doing is just waiting until I get my own place and move out. I've always found it a bit weird to even like potentially look for that while I live at home. I think I'll have a lot more confidence when I move out. So that's been delayed big time. Applications, feel free to send them in on Twitter. Seeking 5'3" redhead. There you go. What's my favourite animal? 2 animals. Unsurprisingly, one is a lion. That's why the channel logo is a lion. The second is actually a rhino, and it was actually going to become my channel logo. It was when I was with the designers designing my channel logo, it was between a lion or a rhino, which one I was going to pick. Lions, I just like how they look and the majestic of them, and they're very like pride. They just look cool. And rhinos, it sounds weird, but if I was an animal, I would probably be a rhino. My old nickname back in high school was Tank because I'm short. I'm relatively like wide. I used to be very in shape, but I was short, wide, and very fast, so I could run through anything on the rugby pitch or the football field. So a rhino, basically. But yeah, my nickname used to be Tank. I had that on all my jerseys and stuff. Like I'm Huzzy now. I used to be Tank. So yeah. Favorite champion by lore? Don't really care that much about lore, I'm gonna be honest. I know I'm probably offending some people right now, but yeah, I don't. Workout stuff. I've been doing the very occasional workout in the garage. I haven't been in the gym for a couple of weeks again with all my health issues. The busyness, it's been kind of crazy. So I just haven't really had time. I really want to. I've been in contact with my trainer and stuff. It's just not practical right now. Again, my work and that type of thing takes priority. I haven't gained any weight. I'm actually still losing weight because of being ill and taking painkillers. I don't feel like eating full meals. I haven't had a full meal in a couple of days now because I just don't feel like it. So it's still going fine, but yeah. Someone's saying, do I like being ginger? Again, this is a misconception that a lot of people have on the YouTube channel, which is I completely agree that it looks to be. I am very more gingery in my beard, but my hair is actually not really ginger at all. It's the lighting. And I know some people say, oh, he's just saying that. No, if you've met me at a convention, you'll know that as well. My hair is pretty much brown. And sure, in the right light, it has a gingerish tinge to it, but it's basically brown. And with the lights that we have up here and stuff, it brings that out. But if in everyday life, yeah, it's just brown. But if I was legit a ginger, it's just, again, the only people I've always found that have a problem with them are very immature people. Like, again, Americans won't get it at all because in America there's not this negative, stigmatism to it. In Britain, for some reason, gingers have always been bullied. Again, you've got to be very insecure to bully people about their hair color that they can't even help. But, people be people. The world's a lovely place. Do I think League will get to the point where the average is not Silver 4, but the average is Gold 3? It depends if Riot wants that to be. It's that simple. If Riot want to move the average, they'll move the average. And I know that for some people that sounds weird. How does Riot move the average? It's all about where they want the average to be in the fluctuations of LP. If they want to move the MMR of the average player into Gold, they just basically force it. That they give all the silver players who are average better chances of gaining a lot of LP very quickly, and they'll move the bulk of rank players up. I don't see they'll ever do it though, especially now that they're adding even a lower rank below bronze. Because again, it did seem a little bit weird to me that you had like 7 ranks, and the average person in the league is only in the ranks 2 technically, like bronze and silver, but now there's 8 ranks I think, and they're going to be in rank 3, so that's not that far away from the middle. But yeah, no, it's up to Riot if they want to move the average. I don't think they ever will, because again, Gold is where the Victorious skins will be, and to get the Victorious skin, Riot wants you to be slightly above average, so I don't think so. What is going to happen with League of Legends after 10-15 years? Is the game going to die anytime? I doubt it. It's too big. So again, it's the World of Warcraft effect. World of Warcraft to a lot of people is dead. But their subscriber numbers, they don't release the subscriber numbers anymore, but I reckon WoW is still doing really well. There comes to a point that a game gets too big to die. The only thing that can kill a game when it gets too big is the game itself kills itself. By what I mean is like the developers stop the game. Because even if Riot right now said we're not developing League anymore, we're not patching it anymore, but we'll keep the servers online, people would probably still play League for years and years and years without any change. They'll keep playing it because it's a multiplayer game. It changes all the time. They'll just keep playing it. But if they go, we're taking down the servers, well, that's how you kill a game. So I don't see League dying anytime soon. Like, again, the only thing that I think will truly kill League is if Riot decide we're going to make a League of Legends 2 and then kill League of Legends 1, and maybe League of Legends 2 sucks, which I don't think the League of Legends 2 will ever happen. I think they will just update League of Legends right now like they do in World of Warcraft. So I don't think so. It's too big. So yeah, someone's saying, am I still doing intermittent fasting? How's it going? I look a lot healthier. So again, yeah, not while I'm ill. I haven't lost any more. Well, I haven't lost any significant weight for a couple of weeks, but I haven't gained any back. I haven't done intermittent fasting for about 2 weeks with all the problems. The last thing I want to do while I'm feeling this way is to like nearly starve myself in, you know, intermittent fasting. If I'm hungry, I'll eat. If I'm not hungry, I won't. And again, I'm still losing because I'm not eating that much at the moment, but I'm not purposely doing intermittent fasting. I'll get back on it when everything gets back to normal. Someone saying it might be early, but what are my career goals for next year? I'll say one thing. We basically have hit most of the career goals that we had for this year, 2018. Again, I set my goals, as it were, in my New Year's video. I do one every year, and I'm pretty sure my New Year's video stated that I just wanted to be consistent with the YouTube channel, I think, and get to 500 Twitch subs. That was my 2 biggest goals for my job. Yeah, we've done both, so we've been consistent on the YouTube channel. That's fine. Not really grown that much, the views. I will say, comparing, if you actually did want to do an actual comparison between now and last year, I'll do that right now. Because even though the views, I'd love to be growing a lot more, if you actually do a direct comparison, we're actually doing quite well. So, for example, October, so the month that just went, October 2018, we got 978,000 overall views. So just under 1 million views, 978,000. Last October, we had 808,000. So if you actually wanted to compare last year to this year, we actually did gain 170,000 more views from last year to this year. So that is a really good sign. And again, but the month for September 2018, we had 1,001,000 views. September 2017, we had 912,000 views. Also, notice how it always dips in October. Why? Worlds. People are watching Worlds, they don't want to watch other YouTube videos. But we didn't have as big of a dip. So technically, we are doing better than we were last year. So that's really good. I have recently been a little bit down with how the YouTube channel is going, but then I actually looked at this stuff because I hadn't in a while, and it actually reminded me of like, no, actually we're doing quite well. Comparing last year to this year, we're doing fine. And again, even though we're not growing like crazy, what is the word we can use? Consistent. We're being really consistent. And the biggest thing that honestly has grown in this year is the Twitch channel. Right now, I just finished streaming. We're on 752 Twitch subscribers. That's insane. Like that, it's so generous that people are subscribing the way that they are, and you know, people are donating bits. They're watching ads. That I'm trying to run a bit more ads, especially in November and December, because those are the 2 months that are the biggest months in the year for content creators. So what I will say right now, if you do support what I do, and you use AdBlock, I don't want to guilt trip you to not use AdBlock all the time, but this month, November and December, are the 2 biggest payout months for YouTubers. So if any month that you want to turn off AdBlock for your content creators, if you could just do it for November and December, because we maximize in those 2 months, feel free. Like, that would be awesome. But as always, if you use AdBlock, if you just want to throw a Twitch subscription or the join feature down below, that makes up for more than you'd give if you do use AdBlock. But yeah, my goals for next year was the question. Well, really, where do we go? It's be consistent with YouTube. Number 3, maybe even start to grow. I am starting to think about doing more enticing titles. Never clickbait, but being, you know, a little bit more scumbag with my titles. Never clickbait, because, you know, the Ezreal one, some people had a problem with that. It was like, Ezreal, my best AD carry, level 1 gone wrong. Some people had a problem with that title, but it was accurate. Ezreal is my best AD carry, and the level 1 went wrong. We died to an invade. So, again, I don't know why people would have problems with that. I've always found there's a double standard. People have issue if I do a title like that isn't even clickbait, but then have no issues with the other YouTubers doing actual clickbait. I've always found it really weird, but if I want to grow the channel, maybe we'll have to do that. And really, the Twitch channel is becoming a big... You know, YouTube is still my main income. It's what I love doing. But Twitch is really doing well. The community on Twitch is really, like, going amazing. And our Twitch subscriber goal now, which I never thought I'd ever say, is 1,000 Twitch subs. If we get to 1,000... Again, I don't mind sharing... Like, again, I'm not going to share my YouTube income. All I say, it's higher than it is Twitch. You know, a few months ago, I was making about $1,000 a month from Twitch. You know, I stream 5-6 days a week. So $1,000 a month on Twitch was like, this isn't great, but the reason why it was okay is because I was recording my YouTube videos on Twitch. So it was like a double back. It was basically bonus income, right? It's an extra $1,000. That income has basically tripled. So I make about $3,000 now a month on Twitch. And again, my YouTube is still convincingly higher, quite a bit higher, but it's great. You know, it's really great. And again, if I am, the plan next year is when the new tax year comes in, do all the tax. Okay, sorry about that. I accidentally pressed the button that made the recording stop. Hopefully the first half is okay. Let me just quickly check. But as I was saying, there shouldn't be much of a gap. Yeah, we're fine. So it was. So sorry, I've just disoriented myself. The idea is to put my tax stuff in, then go get a mortgage, and then buy a house. Obviously, quite risky to buy a house as a YouTuber streamer. But obviously, I'm being quite smart about it. You know, I've got savings. I'm never going to move out if it's like going to be a struggle every single month, because there's no point. I really think it's irresponsible to you move out if then you're just going to struggle every single month. So that's never anything I'm going to do. And if we just keep that we're going just on the YouTube channel, don't even need the Twitch income. The Twitch income is just really bonus extra security. Then we're good. That's the plan. So yeah, 1,000 Twitch subs and be consistent on YouTube. Those are the goals. Consistent on YouTube. If I just be, like I said for a while, I want to start growing again. But if we could just maintain what we're doing now for the next 2-3 years, we're completely fine. Like I can keep doing this at the current level for the next 2-3 years. And if Twitch is the thing that grows and maybe Twitch becomes equal to my YouTube, that would be absolutely incredible. So yeah. What are my thoughts on BFA and WoW? I'm really enjoying it. I think it's been a great expansion. Again, I've played every expansion in WoW since the Burning Crusade. I didn't play Classic, but I've played every single expansion since the Burning Crusade. And I've wanted to get back in WoW for years, but none of them held me. Like, no, they were relatively boring. And I've been really enjoying BFA. Again, it's not a perfect expansion. I dislike the Azerite armor. I don't like half the dungeons. But I like the overall expansion. I like the feel of it. I like the aesthetic. I like the raid. So yeah, like, again, I tried Warlords. I tried the one before that. I think Mist was the last one that I actually raided in properly. And I quit in that one. So no, I've enjoyed it quite a bit. Again, a lot of people are buying into the hating of BFA simply because the content creators they watch hate it as well. I'm going to be honest with you guys, industry secret behind the scenes, half of them don't actually hate BFA, they're just doing it for views. Like, 100%. Like, spoilers. So yeah. Next thing is the classic, if you weren't streaming / doing YouTube, what would my job be? Well, again, my plan to be after a YouTube streamer is to be a pilot, but I probably wouldn't be able to do that instantly. So I don't know, probably something in finance. Like, there is a chance that I could have got into properly game design, because obviously that's what my degree is in. But doing a degree in game design basically made me think I do not want to be an actual game designer, like a coder. I find coding is so boring. I'd love to be on like a champion design team at Riot Games or something, but that would be hard to get into. But yeah, like, I don't know, probably something finance, stockbroker or something like that was where I was probably ending up if I didn't do this YouTube thing, and it didn't end up doing really well. So probably that. How do you decide what role fits you? It's the combination of two things. What do you have the most fun on, and what do you have the most success on? Find what both of those things fits into what role. Boom, you found your role. Pretty much that simple. So yeah. And then what ELO does it start matter to focus in the meta? Realistically, probably about mid-diamond, to be honest. But I don't know, platinum maybe, roughly. Right, so we're going to jump over on Twitter now. That was Discord. Thanks for all the questions, everybody. We got 17 questions. Well, that was really quick. Again, normally it takes a while to get questions, but we basically tweeted and Discorded and Snapchat out, and then I started recording like 2 minutes after that. What was the video game that you played that made you want to go to school for game design? That not a thing. It wasn't a game that made me do it. I just thought I'd be. It's just thought that all I was after with my degree, and again this shows what degrees are, I suppose, was a piece of paper that shows what level I can learn to, and I can learn to technically the highest level. I got a first in my degree, so that's all I went for university for. Was just to show I can work to a first level. In Britain, that's the highest grade you can get. So yeah, I think it's a rather cliche, and I don't think I ever met somebody in my whole degree that someone's like, oh, I became a designer because this game inspired me. No, like, that's a very, I guess, artsy thing that I don't think really exists myself. In my opinion, what's the hardest and easiest roles to play? Hardest role is probably mid or jungle. Easiest is support by far. Again, not trying to offend anybody out there. It's just simple. Like, again, I've played all roles. I play them all in Diamond. Yeah, mid lane and jungle probably the hardest. Again, I know some people go, what about AD carry? AD carry is hard. I'm not saying it's easy, but there's just more in the other roles. AD carry is you're an auto-attacking positional person. That you have to get it really right, but that's it. You're auto-attacking and you're doing positioning. Mid lane, it's, you know, auto-attacking spells, positioning, roaming, mid control, board control. Like, there's a lot more to it. And then jungle is board control and decision making, crazy amounts. So probably, yeah. Someone saying, would I consider a series where I play AD carry and duo with a support? They really enjoyed the video that me and Fox duoed and we're on Discord. Again, I'm not a fan of duo queue. Again, especially not for my main account. The nightmare to me, and again, other YouTubers have definitely done it. Again, I don't want to call people out, but if I have done a Climb to Master series for a couple seasons and say next season I finally get Master, but I duo to get there, to me, in my own head, I didn't get Master. Like, that doesn't count. Even if I duo the whole way to Diamond 1 promo and get to Master promo, and then I do Master promo by myself, that still doesn't count. To me, for a rank to actually count, you've got to do it by yourself. So it's a series that, yeah, it would be fun, and I'm sure duoing is fun, but in my own head, to achieve a rating for the first time ever, I have to do it by myself. Otherwise, to me, it just doesn't mean anything. Again, it would mean a lot for the channel, and again, if my own head would allow me to duo queue, and, like, you know, go, it's fine, Sean, don't call myself my real name, it's fine, don't worry about it, don't stress about it. Being a Master YouTube channel rather than a Diamond YouTube channel, sure, it would help the channel quite a bit, but I just can't. My own head will not allow me to do it. So, yeah, probably not. What do I think about Red Dead 2? Again, I need to do the Huzzy one-shot about it. I just can't get the Elgato capture card to work, but it's a brilliant game. It's very good. I put a lot of hours into it. It's basically my bedtime game that I get in bed relatively early with how I'm feeling at the moment. I get in bed about 9 o'clock in the evening and probably play about till midnight. So I'm playing about 3 hours a night at the moment. It's very good. Very, very good. I think I'm nearly done the story mode too. So yeah. And then the classic, what do I think about about a League of Legends MMO? I've given my opinion about it before. I really want one. I would probably play that over World of Warcraft if it's good. And hell, half of my channel could even become an MMORPG channel. Like, you'd be the first video of the day would probably be still League of Legends. The second video of the day would probably be about the MMO RPG. So, yeah. So the people are just saying, what is my goal? A lot of people are saying that. So yeah, channel goals, we've said them earlier. And yeah, Master would be nice. Again, being just in Diamond 1 always makes you feel good. Even Diamond 2, to be honest. Diamond 2 is a very good rating to be in. For somebody like myself, again, I've been background complimented by a lot of YouTubers saying to be the rank that I am with doing full game commentaries basically every single game, a lot of YouTubers are very, like, you know, impressed by that. And, you know, that's something that I do pride myself on. I am climbing with vast majority of my games being full game commentaries. And that isn't easy. Again, if you either doubt that, you don't have to be a YouTuber. Just do a commentary of your own game. Don't even have to record it. Just pretend you're doing a commentary and see how well you do. You probably won't do that well. But yeah. So Master is the goal, but sure. Anything else? That's pretty much that. And then we'll jump over to Snapchat, I guess, to end out the video. So someone's saying, do I know any ways of getting into the game industry? You're doing your GCSEs and you're wondering how you get into the area. Education is pretty much the main way you do it now. Again, it's one of the industries that some people agree with it, some people disagree. I actually agree with education as a way that you basically separate people, because it's very hard to separate people otherwise. So to get into the games industry, at least in Britain, you say you're doing GCSEs, so you're obviously from Britain. Yeah, just keep doing education. You do GCSEs, then you do your A-levels, then you go to university and do your best in every single one. and then you'll be able to apply to jobs. Because if you look, and again, I have, because there was a time that I was like, do I apply and become a games designer, or do I continue doing YouTube? I continued YouTube, but obviously I looked at a lot of ways to apply in the games industry, and all of them required a degree. There wasn't one role that didn't require a degree. And then other one, like, you know, it was a degree, but then even there were separations of that too. So it was like, we only, you know, you have to have a degree, and it has to be a first or a 2-1. So either the best grade possible or the second best grade possible. Then they're now even separating it by that. So it's education, and then also build yourself a portfolio. Make your own games and have a portfolio to go to your interviews with. That will separate you. So those are the 2 ways. Next one is, what's my favorite color? Blue. Hence the channel is blue. What do I think about the idea of skins? Wait, what? What do I think of the idea of skins like you get for champs, but for jungle monsters? That would be kind of gimmicky. They do it occasionally for like Christmas stuff. They have like, you know, Baron has Santa hat. I don't think they need to do any more than that. That might be it. Someone's saying, what got me into playing League is the final question. A friend played it before me. We thought we'd try it out. It was a brand new game back in like 2009. We played it. We really disliked it at first, so we quit. About 4 months later, we came back to it, liked it then for some reason, and then kept playing it. It wasn't my main game for the first 2 or 3 years of playing it, because World of Warcraft was. Then I quit World of Warcraft, and then history, basically. From Season 3 onwards, League of Legends was my main game. Season 3, the first season of it being my main game, I got to Diamond 1. Started my YouTube channel in Season 3 as well. At the end of Season 3. And here we are today. So that is going to be it for this Q&A. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. If you did, throw a like on the video. Put more questions down below. I'm going to be, you know, when I upload these, I'm going to be honest with everybody, I'm always really bored in bed. So I just, you know, I read all the comments that you guys put, especially at this time of day when this video is coming out. So if you want to just ask something, feel free. Also, if you just want to just randomly, if you got anything private to say or any other questions, Snapchat is probably the easiest way you can contact me. But yeah, that's going to be it. Like, subscribe. See you guys next time. Comment down below. Contact me any way you want. And goodbye.